Picture this: a sleek shadow gliding through a rain-slicked boulevard at midnight, its colossal chrome grille glowing like a beacon from a bygone era of Hollywood royalty, while hidden solar cells sip energy from the stars above. No driver in sight, just pure, effortless autonomy whisking you to your destination in a velvet cocoon of hyper-analog bliss. This isn't a scene from a classic film, it's the Mercedes-Benz Vision Iconic 2026, a concept that resurrects the golden age of automotive elegance and catapults it into an electric, self-driving future. If you've ever dreamed of a car that's equal parts Gatsby Gala and sci-fi symphony, you're in for a treat. Today on New Car, we're unraveling this masterpiece of nostalgia and innovation, why it could redefine luxury EVs forever. Let's dive in before it vanishes like a mirage. Welcome back to New Car, the go-to spot for all things automotive frontier, from whisper quiet concepts to the EVs reshaping our driveways. If you're just tuning in, hit subscribe and that notification bell. We decode the future weekly. No fluff, all fire. Mercedes has always been the maestro of opulence, but with the Vision Iconic, they're conducting a symphony that harmonizes their 1930s heritage with 2030s tech wizardry. Unveiled just weeks ago as a harbinger for 2026 production teases, this two-door coupe isn't chasing speed records. It's pursuing the soul of travel. Drawing from icons like the 540K Autobahn Courier and the mighty 600 Pullman, it whispers, "Luxury evolves, but it never forgets." At its core, it's an all-electric vision of automated bliss, where the road becomes your private runway. But what makes it tick? Let's start with the shell that stops traffic dead. The exterior of the Vision Iconic is a love letter to Mercedes' storied past, penned with the ink of tomorrow's blueprint. Imagine proportions that echo the grand tours of yesteryear. An elongated hood stretching like a red carpet, flared wheel arches that hug massive alloys with the poise of a dancer, and a low-slung silhouette that's all smooth contours and zero apologies for its presence. At around 200 inches nose to tail, it's built for boulevard cruising, not backroad brawls. Think low drag coefficient for sipping electrons efficiently, with active aero elements that whisper open only when needed. But the star, literally, is that reinterpretation of the iconic radiator grille. Forget the pixelated experiments on recent models. Here, it's a towering chrome monument framed in smoked glass lattice, etched with contour lighting that pulses like a living heartbeat. Nearly 200 micro-LED elements encircle it, turning night approaches into a light ballet, while the upright three-pointed star on the hood illuminates with ethereal glow, standing proud like a sentinel. Flanking it, slim, predatory headlights shaped like the Mercedes emblem itself, slicing through fog with laser precision. The bodywork gleams in a sinister photovoltaic paint, not just for show but engineered to harvest sunlight, potentially adding thousands of miles of range annually on sunnier drives. It's finished in a deep, iridescent black that shifts hues under street lamps, accented by brass-like trim that nods to Art Deco without overdoing the sparkle. From the side, the profile is pure poetry. Flush door handles that pop only for you, a glass roof that blurs the line between cabin and cosmos, and rear haunches that taper elegantly into a subtle spoiler. No exhaust tips here, just a clean diffuser channeling airflow for stability. Compared to the angular aggression of a Porsche Taycan or the bulbous futurism of a Lucid Air, the Iconic feels refreshingly retro-mod. It's the car you'd see in a Wes Anderson film, but one that could outsmart a supercomputer. Mercedes calls this hyper-analog luxury. And from these renders, it's clear. They're not just building a vehicle, they're crafting a statement that luxury should feel eternal, not ephemeral. But peel back that glamorous skin, and the real intrigue unfolds inside. Step into the Vision Iconic's cabin, and you're not entering a car. You're ascending to a floating lounge where time bends to your will. Mercedes dubs it a hyper-analog haven, a deliberate rebellion against screen-saturated cockpits. No sprawling dashboards of glass here. Instead, a sweeping, seamless panel of handcrafted materials that blends physical artistry with concealed digital wizardry. Picture a four-spoke steering yoke, oversized and leather-wrapped like those from the Golden Era, rising from a brass pedestal, flanked by mother-of-pearl inlays that catch the light like ocean waves. The seats? Deep blue velvet thrones, sumptuously bolstered for two up front and a discreet rear bench for intimate escapes, with heating, ventilation, and massage functions that adapt to your every sigh. Ambient lighting dances across the space in over 64 colors, syncing to your mood or the drive's rhythm, while hidden speakers deliver a 4D soundscape that makes Beethoven feel visceral. But the genius lies in the subtlety. A floating instrument cluster materializes like magic when doors swing open, projecting holographic gauges onto the windshield. Speed, nav, energy flow, all without cluttering your view. Voice and gesture controls are intuitive, powered by an AI that anticipates needs, from dimming lights for a nap to curating playlists based on your pulse. Rear passengers get their own microclimate zones, with deployable tables and screens that fold away seamlessly. Sustainability weaves through every thread. Recycled fabrics from ocean-bound plastics, wood veneers sourced ethically, and that solar-infused paint feeding back into the system for passive charging. Cargo? A frunk up front for discreet storage and a hatchback rear that swallows weekend whims without creasing your couture. Versus the Maybach S-Class, which leans heavy on tradition, or the Rolls-Royce Spectre's opulent excess. The iconic strikes a balance, cozy yet commanding, tech-forward without feeling cold. It's designed for the autonomous age, where the driver becomes the director, and every journey a private premiere. Speaking of which, let's talk about what makes this beast think, steer, and glide like nothing else. Under the hood, metaphorically since it's all electric, the Vision Iconic pulses with innovations that blur the line between car and companion. Powertrain specifics remain Mercedes' closely guarded secret, but whispers from Stuttgart point to a dual-motor setup delivering over 600 horsepower, channeled through an 800-volt architecture for blistering acceleration, 0-60 in under 4 seconds, with a top-speed electronically capped for sanity. Torque. Instant and omnipresent, that EV hallmark making merges feel like magic tricks. The battery pack, likely north of 100 kilowatts, promises 400-plus miles of range, bolstered by that groundbreaking photovoltaic paint. In optimal conditions, it could harvest enough solar juice for 7,000 miles a year, turning parking lots into power stations. But the real revolution is in the brains and brawn. Neuromorphic computing, brain-like chips that process data with human-like efficiency, powers the whole show, enabling split-second decisions without guzzling gigawatts. Steer-by-wire ditches, mechanical links for electronic precision, paired with four-wheel steering that makes this grand coupe nimble as a sports sedan, crab walking into spots with ease. Suspension? Adaptive air that reads the road like Braille, smoothing potholes into silk while hugging corners with poise. Autonomy steals the spotlight. Enhanced Level 2 for urban point-to-point jaunts, handling traffic snarls, lane changes, and stops with eyes-on confidence. Upgrading to full Level 4 on highways, where you kick back, eyes off, as the car summons itself to valet stations or homes. Level 4 parking? Summon it from your phone like a loyal butler. Braking is regenerative wizardry, blending one-pedal driving with haptic feedback that feels intuitive. Efficiency modes toggle from serene glide to spirited surge, all without a whisper of drama. Against the BMW i7's tech-heavy tilt or the Audi e-tron GT's athletic edge, the Iconic prioritizes prescience. It's not just fast, it's foresight incarnate, a vehicle that evolves with you. To see the Vision Iconic's true genius, stack it against the titans it's destined to dethrone. Take the Lucid Air Sapphire, 200 horses of raw fury, but its cabin skews minimalist, almost sterile, great for tech bros, less for those craving tactile tales. the iconic counters with warmth, that velvet and brass embrace making every mile memorable. Or the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Electrifying dynamics, sure, but its interior screams track rat over lounge lizard and range dips under pressure. Mercedes' Coupe, heritage heft without the weight, solar smarts extending adventures where others plug in. Rivetingly, it echoes the Bentley Flying Spur. Hybrid's grandeur, yet outpaces with autonomy that lets you sip champagne untethered. Level 4 versus Bentley's more cautious aids. And don't sleep on the upcoming Aston Martin Valhalla Roadster. Exotic, yes, but fossil-fueled and fleeting. The iconic, timeless electric eternity, blending Bentley's bespoke with Aston's allure, minus the emissions. In a sea of sameness, it's the outlier. A coupe that commands respect from purists and futurists alike. Proving luxury, EVs can honor roots while rooting for revolution. Priced hypothetically in the $200K stratosphere for production kin, it targets those who view cars as canvases, not commodities. Wrapping this up, the Mercedes Vision Iconic 2026 isn't merely a concept, it's a clarion call, summoning the ghosts of automotive glory to dance in the electric dawn. From its luminous grille guarding secrets of the past to neuromorphic nerves charting paths unknown, it promises a world where driving dissolves into dreaming. Mercedes is betting on this fusion to anchor their EV dynasty, and if these renders are any indication, they're rewriting the rule book. What's your take? Does retrofuturism rev your engine? Or are you waiting for the Maybach variant? Sound off in the comments. I read every one. If this ignited your passion for what's next, smash like, subscribe to New Car for more unveilings, and share with your gearhead crew. Until next time, keep chasing horizons, drive inspired,